knew that.
How was it like working for Giorgio Armani? Because that had to be a good, a good gig for sure.
Yeah.
That was a great gig. Yeah, a dear friend of mine who now he hired me to work with Emporio Armani when they were first doing the kind of younger,
Mhm.
more sport kind of line, Emporio Armani. And I had like modeled, I had done some of Armani shows, but they hired me as a consultant when they were really trying to launch Emporio Armani. It was in New York, and they wanted sort of kind of trendy, whoever's out there, the people of the minute. And I was hired as a consultant to help with events, to do the music, curate, the stores and the shows, and I would also walk in the show. So I was sort of like this like muse ambassador for the company.
Yeah.
Would help get do the big projects or and events and everything. And it was an amazing experience. Like, he is just, to work with a man like that and really see that old school talent and know-how, like no matter what you see, all him and this and that, there's someone who, like, when you're looking at a dress with like 20,000 hand sewn beads and the creativity in that, and just, it was pretty amazing. I mean, I really I learned a lot, and I had like amazing experiences, meeting Sophia Loren and
Oh wow.
people like yeah, like, I mean, go, just sort of legends and that whole. And it was a great time in the fashion world. It was a really um you know exciting time. Versace was doing his thing.
Mhm.
There was so, Galliano, this, I mean, there was just so much creativity coming out of everybody. So musically, fashion wise, art wise.
Hmm. And I know a lot of like the brands you're saying too, and actresses and stuff like that's all kind of Italian inspired too. And I know you traveled to Italy, quite a bit. So how
Yeah,
do you think that kind of plays into the part of like, do you think it helped really build Armani and all these brands?
so smart, because what we would do is we would say, right, basically give reports on what is everybody wearing in New York? What is the thing now? And so sometimes it was like, it could be, I don't know, leather shorts with opaque stockings, and
Yeah.
parkas, all, and it was sort of like, what was, because street fashion was so influential. It definitely, like, in the 90s and early 2000s, it was so influential. Like, you identified yourself
Hmm.
Yeah.
by, I remember like being on, on a train, and I was sitting with a friend of mine, and we were just like busting on this guy across from us, because like he had like whatever Reebok sneakers and Adidas socks and Nike shorts, and we were, that was just like, dude, like, how could you?
Yeah.
But like, yeah, so we would give him these ideas, and then they would reproduce it. And so maybe he'd do a parka in sequins with fur, whatever, and then
Yeah.
someone's wearing it on the runway. So yeah, there was a lot of like, it was a sort of a mutual sort of beneficial thing, and yeah, I would wear, he liked having younger women, sometimes more curvy women, more different, wearing his stuff, because
Mhm.
say you kind of would think of Armani, like you think of maybe, like famous actresses, or, whatever, Michelle
Yeah.
Pfeiffer or Glenn Close or whatever. But then, like, like, say if I went to an event and I'd wear an Armani thing, of course I would find like the one thing that nobody else had the guts to wear. And then
Yeah.
everyone would be like, who is that? I'm like, Armani. They're like, where do you, like, oh my God. I'm like, I'll find it. Like, I'll dig
That,
it up. Yeah.
that
Yeah.
is
Well,
awesome.